Hi, this is going to be a daily experience video. Um, these days I don't record videos that often because I have this previously unknown attraction to God. Like, I really want to spend a lot of time with Him. And those times don't look that spiritual as it sounds like. Oh, I spend hours with God. I spend hours with my stupid thoughts. That's what it looks like. But nowadays I don't care. Like, the first 2 hours are about my silly thoughts, and then I get fed up with my thoughts. In Hungary, the people who go fish, they say that let the fish get tired so that we can pull it out more easily. I don't know whether it's used in other languages, but this is the same what I do with my mind. Like, I wait for it to get tired of all those silly thoughts going around and just realize, like, oh, actually God is here. So many times it takes hours, and I used to be frustrated when I wasted those hours. Now I don't care. Those hours are spent in the presence of God just the same way. It's good for you to recognize the presence and enjoy it, but it is there no matter what. And your recognition doesn't make it happen. It being there makes your recognition happen. I have amazing times, and they are not super spiritual. Like, I can't like talk about it because there is nothing spectacular happening. I'm just there thinking my silly thoughts for the 11th time, the same route, and then I recognize that even those stupid thoughts happen in the presence of God. And 40 minutes into a whole nother direction in my mind, and then I recognize even that happened in the presence of God. And there comes the point when I just get tired of those thoughts, and I just give up, and I'm at rest. And that rest makes me fall into a greater rest. And that makes me fall into an even greater rest. And I don't know, probably there are endless levels to that. I'm only jumping through and forth between the top 3 one, probably. The most superficial 3 one. I don't know. It still feels amazing, but it's not a feeling. It's like, oh, it has always been there. I'm just calm enough to be aware of it. So now I have such a freedom in my practice of the presence. I don't even have to make peace happen. I don't even have to calm my mind down. I can be there with whatever is going on in me. And there is a divine therapy happening. Like, I work through a lot of traumatic things, and not like in a conversation, sometimes in a conversation with God, but many times just He puts His impressions about the story into me. So I get up with a completely different mind. And sometimes that rest that comes, the rest I fall into it's like makes all the inside and outside movement freeze. Um, it feels like, yeah, everything is frozen. If you saw me, you didn't think I'm very spiritual. You would think I'm dying or I'm sick or something, because I don't move. I don't feel like moving. There's some manifestations even to that kind of rest, but I don't care. I don't want to care even about them. Like, I don't want to make them the new thing that I have to reproduce. So yeah, now I know that I'm completely unable to make anything happen. Not just manifestations of the spirit, but also like any kind of level of attention to God. And I'm completely passive and dependent on the grace of God. And I'm just I'm just like a puppet, completely lifeless, and hope that the grace that made me alive yesterday will make me alive again. Like, every time I fall into that peace, I feel like I realize that I didn't do anything to make it happen. I was actually doing everything terrible. I was thinking silly thoughts, I was not paying attention, and God did it again. So tomorrow, I will be that silly again, probably, and I will experience Him the same way again. Because I'm gonna be just the same way unable to make anything happen tomorrow as I was yesterday. So there's no pressure of like recreating any kind of experience with God, because I know that I didn't do anything. And I'm capable of that nothing anytime. And even if I don't reach the end of myself, like I don't come to this point of surrender, like, oh, I don't need to think my silly thoughts, I'm tired of them, I give myself up to God. Even if I don't reach that point, even the not reaching that point happens in the presence of God. So next day, probably I'm gonna get tired of my thoughts more quickly, because I was already fed up with them because of yesterday. So the kingdom of darkness is a very unsustainable thing in the world, but also in your mind. Like, it distracts even itself. Even it destroys even itself. Like, the more horrible my thoughts are, the more likely I recognize that they are not me. Though if it gets really terrible, it makes me realize that I have to surrender to God sooner. So actually, even darkness works for me at this point. So my darkest thoughts are like helpers, which sounds weird, but yeah, in some way they are. In some way they are. Yeah. So there's no way I could ever miss out on the presence of God, because my most terrible thoughts are happening in it. And I can remember myself Like I sit down for 2 hours of thinking whatever is going on in my head. Of course, it's better to like stop the stupid thoughts and just be with God. But in case you can't, which happens many times with me, you can just remind yourself that, yeah, it is still in the presence of God. And just that reminder make you connect with the truth that is already present. Your realization doesn't make the truth happen. The truth is already there, but the truth definitely makes your realization happen. It works the other way around. So you sit there, you just remind yourself that this is happening in the presence of God, which is actually the truth. And after a point, you might even realize that, oh yeah, this has always been true. And even if the whole day is spent without any kind of recognition, just the spiral of negative thoughts, God still says to me in the end, we have been together the whole time. Your silly thoughts never scare me away. I'm still there. If you don't think about them, it helps you to enjoy my company. But your lack of attention doesn't make me not enjoy your company. So it's good for you if you recognize the truth, but the truth is always there. The presence is always constant. You recognizing it is just a bonus thing that makes you able to enjoy it, but it's already there. So when I feel like I really failed at it, like I didn't have any kind of calmness in my mind the whole time, God just tells me like, I had a great time with you. I really enjoyed your company. It's okay if you couldn't. We've been there. We've been together the whole time. He says it so often when I feel like I'm failing at it. You can't fail at it. He's always there. You are there. You are together, so you can't fail, but it feels like you fail if all you've seen for 2 hours is your stupid thoughts. Yeah. Even that happens in His presence. This is my main reminder these days. And Jesus usually tells me when I really fail at it that we've been together the whole time. I wish you amazing silent times with Jesus. You may receive everything that God is about to give you. God bless you.